Well, it's time now for Flashback, a recap of stories that made headlines during the week. And we begin from Monday, where it was the sad news as gunmen killed two Ekiti monarchs, the Onimojo of Imojo and Oba Olatunde Olushola and Elesun of Esun Ekiti, Oba Babatunde Ogunsaki. The traditional rulers were returning from a security meeting in Kogi State when they ran into an ambush mounted by the kidnappers who were operating on the highway between Ikpao and Okiaku in Ekiti Local Government Area of Ekiti State. Another monarch, the Alara of Ara Ekiti, Oba Adebayo Fatoba, narrowly escaped. Well, on that same day, Governor of Oyo State, Segun Makinde, expressed disappointment over the refusal of his party's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, to empathize with him since the explosion that happened in Bodija. He spoke when he received the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi, at his Agodi office in Ibadan.
It's been about 2 weeks since a deadly explosion shook the entire city of Ibadan, killing 5 persons and displacing many. Since the incident happened, Governor Segun Makinde has played host to several notable visitors and received tons of condolence messages from across Nigeria. Now, it's the turn of the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, as he has come to commiserate with Governor of the Pace-setter state. Mr. Obi described the incident as unfortunate and commended Governor Makinde for his swift response during the explosion.
We thank the governor for his prompt response. That's what governance should be. When there's a problem, the system, like I've told him privately, he might not bring back the lost lives or replace the properties that we lost. But that response gives assurances and confidence to people that there's a government and a system that cares for them.
In his response, Governor Segun Makinde emphasized that political leaders must learn to put politics aside and embrace humanity in situations like this. He took a swipe at the PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, for refusing to empathize with the people of Oyo State.
You have 3 musketeers that went for that election. The president has reached out to me. You have reached out to me. But my own party candidate, not even a call or a text message. I mean, I'm saying it openly so that our leaders will know that you have time for politics, you have time for governance, and you have time for humanity.
Shortly after the meeting, the former Anambra State governor advised the federal government on the need to reduce the cost of governance to be able to cater for the needs of its people. He appealed to Nigerians to make sacrifices and participate in the development process of the country.
Today, elections are over. Governance is the key thing, and what is required is, for me in particular, is that we need to cut the cost of governance, especially at the federal level. It is unacceptable the way we're going. We need to prioritize areas, critical areas, education, health, and pulling people out of poverty.
Well, on Tuesday, we reported another kidnapping incident in Ekiti State where gunmen abducted 10 persons, including 6 pupils. According to reports, the pupils were heading to Emure Ekiti on Monday when their bus was intercepted at Ekoro Ekiti. The pupils, a driver, and 3 teachers were kidnapped during the attack. Well, in the light of the security breaches in the state, the governor, Biden Oyebanji, condemned the attack, which led to the gruesome killing of 2 traditional rulers. The governor also ordered security agencies in the state to fish out the killers, and the governor, in a statement signed on his Twitter handle, said security agents have been dispatched to the area to fish out the perpetrators of the heinous crime. Well, let's flash back to Wednesday in Abuja, where the Supreme Court reaffirmed the victory of Ahmadu Fintiri as the governor of the state, and the Apex Court said the action of the resident electoral commissioner was unconstitutional and illegal.
Apart from the conduct of the resident electoral commissioner, the appellant could not plead her case as the winner of the election. All the allegations made in respect to non-compliance to the Electoral Act was not proven. The witnesses called by the petitioner had no role to play in the election as they were campaign officers for the appellant. Also, Section 137 of the Evidence Act 2022 does not allow the dumping of exhibits before the court as done by the appellant. Justice John Okoro further stated that the reg had no right to have declared Aisha Dahiru as the winner of the election when the result of the supplementary election was yet to be collated. The reg was a vital witness in the appellant's petition at the tribunal, but he did not give evidence as to why he was in a hurry to declare Aisha Dahiru as the winner of the election. With the absence of his evidence, the court cannot do anything. Nobody, no matter how highly placed, has the right to make a declaration outside the returning officer. The reg acted irresponsibly and criminally. Public officers should not allow greed to shape their actions. The court dismissed the appeal for lacking in merit as the case of the appellant is void of law and facts.
Day of great delight. We are very pleased with the outcome that the mandate expressed by the people of Adamawa State as affirmed by INEC, as affirmed by the tribunal, as affirmed by the Court of Appeal, has been affirmed today by the Supreme Court.
I'm thankful for the judiciary for standing firm to ensure justice is delivered from the tribunal to the Supreme Court. This victory will only spur us more to do better for our state. We will continue to ensure that only the best is delivered to our people.
With this judgment, the Supreme Court has successfully decided all the governorship election petition matters from the last year general election.
And still in the week under review on Thursday, a former deputy clerk of the National Assembly, Olaide Adelami, was sworn in as a deputy governor of Ondo State. At the swearing-in ceremony in Akure, the state capital, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa said he dissolved the cabinet in order to rejuvenate the system.
The swearing-in of the new deputy governor of Ondo State, Olaide Adelami, came a week after he was nominated by Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. The International Culture and Event Center, Akure, venue of the historic event, was filled to capacity as friends and family members of the deputy governor came to witness it. Oath of allegiance and that of office were administered on him.
I solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear the true allegiance to the Republic of Nigeria.
Governor Ayedatiwa said his government will continue to prioritize the people's welfare. The governor, who justified the dissolution of cabinet, admonished his deputy to work together with him to move the state to El Dorado. The governor also sought the people's support for his administration, saying all ongoing projects will not be abandoned.
In order to sustain the path of accelerated development bequeathed to us by our lead leader and former governor, the short span of nearly 1 month of assumption of office, our scorecard has shown that the people of Ondo State are pleased with our various policies and actions so far.
The new deputy governor promised to be loyal to the governor.
With our dear governor, to foster great collaboration and unannoying unity, we shall make sustainable development for our dear state. With the pride of our great leader and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Governor Ayedatiwa is expected to announce appointment of other members of his cabinet in the days ahead. Ayodeji Mora, the TVC News, Akure.
And finally, on Flashback on Friday, we reported another security breach in Kwara State, where gunmen killed the Onikoro of Koro Peter Segun Aremu kidnapped his wife and 2 others in Ekiti Local Government Area of the state. The traditional ruler said to be a retired army general was reportedly shot when suspected kidnappers invaded his palace. The state government and the police vowed to arrest those behind the horrific act. And before we go, Ogun State is now 48 years. The state, created in 1976 under the military leadership of General Murtala Muhammad, is now one of the most prosperous states in Nigeria through the efforts of successive administrations. Kazim Olowe has more on this.
Created on 3rd February 1976 from the former Western State, Ogun State borders the Republic of Benin to the west and links Lagos State to the other parts of the country. 48 years on, the state remains one of the leading states in the country in the area of internally generated revenue and has the highest concentration of industries. Celebrating the achievements of the state so far, the governor, Dakpo Abiodun, said his administration is irrevocably committed to the development of the state and the well-being of its citizens.
We'll continue to be relentless in the implementation of policies, programs and reforms to sustain the actualization of our vision and increase our ranking on the Global Ease of Doing Business Index.
He said despite various challenges, the Gateway State has become one of the most prosperous states in Nigeria through the efforts of successive administrations. The governor, however, promised that his administration will continue to create an enabling environment for businesses, ensure proper welfare and well-being of the people, and promote inclusive growth, adding that he would prioritize infrastructure development, education, healthcare, agriculture, and job creation.
In creating an enabling environment for investment and providing democratic governance in line with our vision, not only in Ogun State, but in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole.
Kazim Olowe, TVC News, Abeokuta.